and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another body slamming finishing move edition of the Art of the Finished Wrestling podcast. I'm your host, Rellz, tonight, joined once again by the wise man himself, Don and Danny. What's going on, y'all?
What's going on?
How's everything going, Danny?
Everything's good. I just got home from the gym a few ago. Really excited about the topic today because I've had this topic with a few people already, actually.
Yeah, the topic actually came up because I was actually listening to a podcast this week, and it's because I was trying to find a nice topic, and then that one popped up, and it was perfect almost. So, but before we get started, want to give condolences out to Kevin Nash on the passing of his son, Tristan Nash, 26 years old. They don't know what he died from yet, but it's even crazier because he died today, and it's also the Scott Hall's birthday. So.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So imagine you lost your best friend earlier this year. Now you lost your son on your best friend's birthday. So, and it's crazy because I was just listening to Kevin Nash podcast this week, and I seen his son was actually on the podcast, and then all of a sudden his son just passed away. So it's crazy, man. But yeah, definitely rest in peace to him and condolences to his family.
No, definitely. No, you already know.
Yeah, But Don, what's going on with you, man? How's your weekly edition of the Bloodline, love?
Yo, it's been crazy because I've been down on the weather side, so I haven't even really been checking in. I didn't even catch Raw this week, which is weird.
Which I don't blame you because it's not really.
What? Actually, you do know WWE is still better, right?
No. Actually, though, I actually did catch. I was watching it this week. They actually focused a lot on Mustafa Ali this week. Yeah, it looked like they're building towards a feud with him and Seth Rollins, which I'm all for. Although we know he's not going to win.
They're gonna build towards a fatal four-way.
Who's going to be the four?
Mustafa Ali, Seth Rollins, Riddle, and Elias.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Elias came back this week too. I forgot.
Yeah, I heard that.
Finally got rid of that Ezekiel gimmick. Thank God.
Yeah, I was about to say that gimmick was trash anyway.
Yeah, that was a horrible gimmick. I don't know what Vince saw in that at all. But let me ask you a question, Don, because me and you was texting about this last week. What did you think about the whole Bray Wyatt thing on SmackDown last week?
I was offended. I definitely was offended, only because I wanted to see Bray at Monday Night Raw while I was there. Mm-hmm. But I mean, overall, I'm happy he's back. I was a little disappointed with the ending, though.
Yeah, me and you both were texting about it.
But hold on, I'm gonna explain. So after deep diving a little more, I found out the way Triple H is going is pretty much him having an alter ego. That's still his good ego, and then he's going to still have that bad ego. So I guess that's how that's going to play out, and I want to see how it plays out.
Yeah, because Bray Wyatt has a split personality.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how they pull Bray Wyatt versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania.
Nah, because it's gonna be Bray Wyatt versus Bo Dallas. I feel like Bo Dallas was the one behind the mask this week.
Why you think it's gonna be Bray versus Bo?
Because
from what I'm hearing, is Bo is supposed to be the Fiend. He's gonna be a Fiend character, so I don't see that it should feel or it should be a Bo versus Bo.
I feel like he's just gonna it's gonna be like a storyline, him overcoming the Fiend.
Him overcoming his alter egos, right?
Yeah, taking control of his alter egos, and then they're gonna be a faction.
I'm not a big fan of his alter egos names. So supposedly that this guy that was in the mask last week, his name is supposed to be Uncle Howdy. So I don't know how they're gonna work with that. I guess because they trademarked the Uncle Howdy and the Uncle Harper. So I guess the Uncle Howdy's gonna be like this alter ego that's pulling him to the evil. And I figure I guess the Uncle Harper would probably be the one that's trying to pull him towards the good side. So
and then I heard about Eric Rowan coming back. That's another big thing.
Yeah, but Eric Rowan is signed with AEW right now.
No, he's not signed.
Actually, he's no longer. He never signed the contract.
It was
not no long term.
It was just a pay per appearance deal.
Yeah.
Yo, CK, I think the problem with Raw, I think the biggest problem with Raw is the fact that it's 3 hours.
Like, bro, there's no world title, so it's like everybody's fighting for the U.S. title. Is not enough. They need a world title so it could really anchor the show. Because it would be a great show if they had a world title. Then they have a main event title. Like those matches that Bobby Lashley has been doing, they could keep those going, and then they have a world title main event. But right now there's like a gap.
We know it's going to be split eventually.
Speaking of Bobby Lashley, shout outs to him for whipping Brock Lesnar's ass on Raw.
See, I'm pissed off. I ain't catch that.
Brock Lesnar got the business. Like seriously, he got the business.
Supposedly, the Hurt Business, talking about business, is Bobby Lashley wants to reunite it.
I hope so. I hope he has enough pull he can pull that off.
He probably could.
Well, I mean,
but they actually got Shelton teaming up with R-Truth right now, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But in dark matches, not in.
I mean, you could bring R-Truth and put him in the Hurt Business if you make it a more serious approach.
Yeah, because you know what R-Truth I really like. Now that we're talking about storylines and everything, him versus John Cena. You remember heel R-Truth?
See, my only problem with the heel R-Truth is that he was walking around with that invisible little Jimmy, and I wasn't feeling that.
It was fucking amazing, bro. I'm not gonna lie, little Jimmy.
Yeah, I appreciate.
Little Jimmy said.
Hey, I appreciate if he had more of a serious character.
Yeah.
Have you seen his TNA days?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like something like that. Yeah, his TNA days look like he could have been part of Nation of Domination.
Mm-hmm.
That's what his TNA run was pretty much like. But yeah, so I don't know. So what did you think about AEW beating NXT in the ratings this week? Well, let me rephrase that. AEW beating Raw 2.0 because the way they stacked NXT with all that main roster talent was crazy, and they still lost.
Yeah, but the thing is that NXT is not that popular.
Yeah, bro.
Why can't they?
I mean, let's be real.
Huh?
Now go ahead, D.
I want them to do a Dynamite on a Monday or a Friday.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. That's career suicide.
Because it's like they basically like talking shit, but they just beating like the developmental brand, how Triple H said.
Yeah, but it's not developmental. Yo, they had Shinsuke on there. They had Rhea on there. They had
Were any of them announced?
Yeah, they loaded the show on Monday.
Wasn't it the Halloween Havoc?
That's this Saturday.
That's this Saturday.
Yeah. But they knew they were going head to head against AEW, so they loaded the show with main roster talent. They had the good brothers.
End of the day, check. I mean, let's be real. AEW's bot system is crazy right now. I mean, just talking about that. That's all I've been watching is how AEW wrestlers are getting hurt because of non-training. So maybe they need to come to NXT, learn some things, and then go back over.
I don't think it's the non-training because all the wrestlers are trained. I just think it's more so it's just bad timing, yo. Like, what can you say?
Yeah, but the thing is that I feel like it happens less in NXT.
Oh yeah, AEW. Because you got to remember, NXT has more of a NXT has a lot of AEW. Yeah, but NXT has more of a it's more of a WWE trained style. This is why, because this is also going to be part of the topic too. This is why a lot of the matches in WWE always seemed the same. They were so boring because WWE, when under Vince, was like you had a certain style in which Vince wanted.
Wow, CK, really? I feel like a lot of pain in that.
Wow.
Word.
CK, I will say this: he is a big WWE fan. He don't like AEW. He don't.
Yeah, I know.
He don't like AEW. Like he is the Peter Rosenberg of podcasting when it comes to WWE.
Yo, listen, CK, you gotta give it what it is, bro. What you know what I mean? Honestly, if you pay attention, You know, it's like putting up commercial things against, you know, something that a brand that's still up and coming.
I mean, if you really think about it, and I love AEW, right? And I was thinking about it this week. AEW is nothing more than it's a televised indie show, realistically speaking. And you know what? I guess we might as well just get into the topic tonight anyway, because it's all going to tie into everything anyway. So the topic tonight is, as a wrestling fan, what are you more into? Are you more into the storylines, or are you more into the in-ring action? Me, I will say right now, I will say I hate, it pains me to say this right now, but I will say right now WWE has a slight edge over AEW in terms of
storytelling.
No, WWE's always had an edge over AEW in terms of storytelling, like because
not under Vince.
Yeah, because remember, when Vince started the Bloodline storyline, so you can't really say that you can't say. But the problem with Vince is that Vince only catered to who he wanted to cater to, so you can clearly see where a storyline was really taken care of, and then you can see where it was just no direction elsewhere. So, like, take for example, Vince was really heavy on Roman Reigns, so he produced this Bloodline storyline from the beginning. We can't sit here and say that's all Triple H, because it really wasn't. And Roman was also smart enough to give Vince to trust him in where he could handle the storyline on his own. So with him and Paul Heyman taking charge. But let's look at other stuff outside of that. Storyline wise, WWE went nowhere with Retribution. They didn't have a direction for them. And then all of a sudden,
that was under Vince.
Yeah, exactly. That was under Vince. Even the Hurt Business. Vince fumbled the Hurt Business.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like under Vince, WWE wasn't even close to AEW storytelling wise.
But I give Vince credit. Vince carefully did the whole Brock versus Drew McIntyre storyline from WrestleMania all the way up into from Royal Rumble all the way up to WrestleMania. He let Drew McIntyre pretty much look dominant. And at one point, it was really no point really where.
And then he let Roman Reigns beat him at one point.
Yeah, but see, KD was right. Retribution was trash. Vince definitely fumbled the Hurt Business. Like Vince fumbled. Let's be honest. Let's be clear. Vince fumbled Bray Wyatt too.
In the end,
No, he fumbled him even when he let Goldberg beat him in Saudi.
Like he the only time that he was good, it was that he didn't fumble Bray Wyatt was when he won the WWE Championship.
What you mean when he was Bray Wyatt or when he was a Fiend?
When he was Bray Wyatt.
No, because he still fumbled it because he only wanted to lose it to Randy next month at WrestleMania.
He didn't even hold it long.
But he did, like, he got him that moment. He deserved that moment to get that.
But that moment didn't even really count because he wanted in like an elimination chamber pay-per-view. Hey, babe, what's up? Yeah, like he wanted Frank Triple H is running it now. Yeah. So let's take a look. I just
wish that match needed to go to Rowan and Wyatt, or Rowan and Wyatt, because Rowan was the one that was like, yo, Randy is in.
No, not Rowan. Harper.
Brody. It was Harper.
That was Brody. Yeah. Brody was the one that was like, we can't trust Randy. Like realistically speaking, that match should have been a triple threat match at WrestleMania, and that match would have been fire. Because you could have put Harper in that match.
Luke would have been a lot further.
And to be totally honest with you, I wouldn't have been mad if he'd have won the title.
Yeah.
Because then you could have furthered a feud with him and Bray after.
Bray could have been like, I made you.
But then you go way back in the day. I was thinking about this earlier in terms of storylines that Vince did right. The Mega Powers, from the time that they got together to the time that they broke up.
But you talking about a young Vince versus
a senile,
that thought it could only be one way, and trying to switch over from Attitude Era to now.
I mean, Vince almost killed Roman Reigns' career, if you're realistic speaking.
Well, all the boo.
And then he fumbled. He tried. Well, he ain't gonna say he tried because it didn't work, but he tried to fumble Daniel Bryan's run, but the fans just wasn't having it. And that was a great story. Yeah, but once they finally figured out that was the one they was going to put the belt on, the storytelling was great.
You said that the wood belt was great.
I said once they figured out that he was going to win the belt, or they was going to put the belt on him, then the storyline was great. From the whole hijacking to the WrestleMania matches.
Yeah,
DK wants smoke tonight. I see.
By the way, Roman Reigns should go into WrestleMania how Daniel Bryan went in and compete at both nights.
Yeah, we both agreed on that. I agree on that.
I trust Triple H's storytelling a lot better than I trust Vince's.
Yeah, me too.
Because Vince didn't know what to do with Kevin Owens. He didn't know what to do. I think in some instances he didn't know what to do with Seth Rollins either.
Yeah. So remember when he was pairing them with Becky Lynch?
Yeah.
So, hold up. I'm sorry to get off the topic. So CK, I guess you're a Jericho fan, right? Apparently. Gotta be a Jericho fan. You know what I mean?
Frank, you gotta watch AEW on Wednesdays. Maybe that'll get your wrestling passion back. But
yeah, right.
No, believe it or not, a lot of fans that fell out because Vince was in charge tuned into AEW. That's what got me.
I get it. But that was because it started getting dry. It was starting to get predictable, and it wasn't even interesting anymore.
Yeah,
you know so I get it.
And I think the thing with Vince that messed me up was WWE's never really had bad wrestlers, meaning their in-ring work was always good. But if your storytelling sucked because you had a certain way, of what you wanted to do, then I wasn't even interested in the match. Yeah. So and that killed a lot. Think about it. I love the fact that 1 year Brock suplexed John Cena 18 times and beat him in 5 minutes. I loved it because I didn't like John Cena, right?
I hated John Cena.
Yeah, but that was supposed to be Daniel Bryan. Imagine how we'd have felt if that was Daniel Bryan.
If he just
You see what I'm saying? We'd have been tight because we'd have been yo, really? We was Vince fumbled Kofi's whole title reign.
Yeah.
In 7 seconds.
In 7 seconds.
Bro.
That man defended. That man had a Daniel Bryan type WrestleMania run. Had a perfect storytelling ending, and that was a good storytelling moment too.
Yeah,
that perfect good storytelling ending. Had a pretty good match at WrestleMania. Booked them kind of like crap for once.
But a lot of people didn't believe in Kofi's run, though. You know this thing.
Yeah, but that's not Kofi's fault.
It is Kofi's fault.
No.
They wanted Big E. They wanted Big E as the champion.
Can I be honest? Unbelievable. The reason that Kofi's run didn't work was because he never got serious.
Exactly. It was still the whole New Day thing. Even after he lost the belt, he was still the same Kofi.
Yeah, how you just lose the belt in 5 seconds and then you out here clapping.
It was 7 seconds. It was 7.
It
was 5. It wasn't 5.
No, it was 7. It ain't no difference. It still sucked though.
Yeah. Bro, ain't no difference. 5 is the time that he got that they started counting to 1.
Yeah. But think about storyline wise, why did he ever put the belt on Jinder Mahal?
Because they were
I actually thought
they were going over there.
I actually thought that was a good run.
What?
I thought Jinder was a good run.
Can I be honest with you?
What?
Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal had a good title run. He had. Look at the people that he defeated.
What?
Yeah. Look at the matches.
Yeah, his title run was so good. His title run was so good that Brock was like, I'm not fighting him at Survivor Series. Yeah, exactly.
Still the point.
So they put the belt on AJ 2 weeks before Survivor Series.
Listen, I felt Jinder had a good run.
What I didn't like about
Brock versus Jinder would have been whacked anyway. To be honest,
what I didn't like about Jinder's run was just how he got there. The dude was a loser, his whole career. He gets in one fatal 4-way match for the number 1 contendership, wins it, and then wins the title.
Man, them steroids talk to you.
That's that Vince McMahon liking these big muscular guys. So it's been that way.
CK feel like somebody we know. Y'all losing all credibility.
You stupid.
Real fast, we forgot to say this. Ace Steel got released.
Good. He needed to go. Shouldn't have never bit Kenny Omega. Good for him. Gotta go.
Hey man, it was Larry.
Well, maybe they'll start coming back now. Maybe that's the beginning.
Hopefully.
But so
I don't think he's letting go of CM Punk. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't think so either. I don't know how he's gonna pull that off, but I don't think so either. But so all right, Don. So let me ask you, like, in the last few years, what do you think? What do you think is some of Vince's biggest fumbles, storyline wise?
Nah, like Vince done fell the ball on a lot of shit, man. That whole John Cena Bray Wyatt bullshit.
When he let go of AOP. When
yeah,
they were at the top with Seth Rollins.
Hell yeah, big time. There was a lot of fumbles with Vince.
Any NXT call up. Any NXT call up.
Just firing every wrestler for no reason.
Well, no, that was budget cut. That was budget cut,
man. You gotta make money,
bro. These dudes was making $1 billion profits. That's not budget cuts.
Listen, man. Vince needs to. You gotta remember the business. There's still board of directors. There's still people that are higher than them. You know, that are on that level that got to get paid. And these niggas was losing.
Oh yeah. The women that Vince was messing with, they had to get paid. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
COVID definitely killed them, man. Like that whole screen shit. Like
CK on fire tonight. He's like Vince's biggest fumbles hiring John Cena, hiring Roman Reigns.
Listen, man.
I'm not gonna lie, John Cena, Roman Reigns. He didn't fumble that one.
I got a question. What wrestler do you think Vince probably would have dropped the ball on, but they had to prove themselves to him? I'm gonna say Sami Zayn, because I really didn't think Sami Zayn fit anywhere. But this whole bloodline thing is working for him.
Austin Theory.
I want to go with what's this Spanish dude that went over to AEW?
Who, Keith Lee?
No, the Spanish dude. You know, he definitely dropped. Yeah, but he definitely dropped the ball on Keith Lee.
Yeah.
What about Swerve?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna say yeah because Hit Row's dying right now without Swerve.
Yeah, bro, they're about to break up, bro.
I think Hit Row is doing good though.
Nah, bro.
I'm not. I mean, I don't remember them from NXT.
Bro, Hit Row is cold right now. Yeah, KD, you right. Vince McMahon definitely fumbled with Zack Ryder.
Yeah, I give you that.
I think Vince.
I
kind of gotta disagree with you on that one,
CK. Who are your favorite wrestlers, man? Give me your top 5.
CK, I kind of gotta disagree with you on that one. Swerve is not trash.
Yeah, Swerve isn't trash. He's just, I feel like he's cringy, bro.
But Swerve being without Hit Row, you could tell Hit Row is struggling without him. There's no direction.
Bro, they need to bring Carmelo Hayes to take over Hit Row, bro.
I don't even think that will work. I would rather have Carmelo Hayes in a new Hurt business.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something that I was thinking of too.
Carmelo
that would be dope.
Carmelo Trick, last
No.
MVP.
Get rid of Trick.
No. Trick is his perfect sidekick. You need that.
Bro, nah. I feel like it should be her business should be.
Yeah, I do too.
Should be R-Truth, Cedric Alexander, Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Carmelo Hayes.
Nah, I take R-Truth out. See, the problem with R-Truth is he's been such a comedy act for so long, I can't take him serious now.
Bro, which will make him even more of a threat now, because he's like, now I'm serious. Like, I ain't focused. It'll make him the biggest heel in the company.
Now, you want me to take him serious?
Definitely bring Shelton Benjamin back. I would trade Carmelo. I would trade Carmelo for what's his name? But yeah, nah.
You're right, KD. Carmelo. I'm not gonna necessarily say Carmelo needs Trick, but right now Trick is still young and developing, so he definitely needs Carmelo.
Yeah, but Carmelo is young too.
Trick and Carmelo are like a younger version of Street Profits, just without all the extra.
They just look like a teenage Street Profit.
Yeah, I feel like Vince wouldn't know what to do with Carmelo Hayes.
Nah, I feel like he wouldn't know what to do with Trick Williams.
No, the problem is I think Vince will look at Trick and be like, he's a bigger star than Carmelo. That's the problem. Because he would see how big Trick is and then be like, yo, he's the star. Even when Hit Row first came, when Swerve was still with them, Vince was trying to make Swerve and Adonis the tag team and make Top Dollar the star. No, it don't work like that. Like, what are you seeing? Nobody saw that but you.
But I think they still I think Triple H is still reaching for that Top Dollar as the star.
I think so too, and it's not working.
Yo, bro, I saw some of his indie work. He could fly.
CKD's right. Vince would break up Carmelo and Trick, then release Trick. Yep. And then Trick will be on AEW Dark in like 3 weeks.
Yep. And then Tony Khan will be getting yelled at by his employees. You're bringing too many WWE guys in.
Now on the flip side,
so let's get this straight. Wednesday night is like 3 different shows.
No,
one is taped for Friday.
It's just Dynamite.
No. Yes. No, he's right. It is. So no, it's 2 different shows. So no, actually, yeah, you're right. It is 3 different shows. Shit.
Because it's Dark, it's Dynamite, and it's Rampage.
Yeah, if Rampage is not live, but Rampage has been kind of live lately. These last few weeks has been live. Vince doesn't like tag teams, women wrestlers, or stables. He went into big stuff. Yeah, he's right, and I think that's the problem that killed. That's what hurt Roman the most too, as a face, is that Vince wanted him to be the next Hogan, Rock, and Cena, and it didn't work that way. And it was like fans. Okay, it worked 15, 20 years ago because the internet wasn't around. But now it's like the fans got smarter, the internet's around, and you already know what Vince is doing. You can't. The fans want Daniel Bryan as your star, but you're pushing Roman Reigns. It was never going to work.
Yeah, definitely.
But if it did work, Vince would have said he's a genius, and that'd have been the reason why he kept doing what he's doing.
I mean, end of the day, we all happy with what he's doing.
At this point, yeah, absolutely. But then when you flip the flip side of AEW, the reason why this topic of in-ring work, I don't feel like not too many AEW matches are bad matches. A lot of wrestlers get hurt, granted, but the overall matches when they are matches with wrestlers that do make sense are pretty good matches. Like
most matches are good matches on AEW television.
Yeah, exactly. The problem is a lot of the matches have no direction behind them. Or I'm
gonna try to watch it again. I'm actually gonna give it another chance, see what happens. But the last couple of times I watched it, I couldn't get into it. It just wasn't moving me.
Like this week on the promo with MJF and William Regal was masterful piece. Promo. You have to, if you don't watch anything this week, at least go back on YouTube and watch that. That was
basically Regal called MJF lazy, and he got pissed.
He pretty much told him like, "You're a cheater, and that's great and all, but can you win without cheating?" Now, if you want my honest opinion, I think the storyline should end with William Regal joining MJF. That's my opinion because I see
William Regal.
Willa Yuta,
great all around, regardless.
Willa Yuta. I think. First of all, it looks like Blackpool Combat Club about to break up because none of them are on the same page. So Bryan Danielson too worried about Daniel Garcia, while William Yuta is the exact same wrestler sitting right next to him, but he's over here blushing over Daniel Garcia. I'd be tight too. Like I'm sitting there listening to the whole thing, and I'm watching Willa Yuta look at him, and I'm like, "Yo, you not mad yet?" Like this dude is pretty much describing the same type of wrestler you are, but it's not you. Then he finally stood up and said something. So. But I think
that's why he should be the one to turn on the Blackpool Combat Club.
Okay, so
now y'all don't got Daniel and y'all don't got me. Go fuck yourselves.
That would actually make sense too, actually. So KD says stars are made through stables and tag teams. It's easier. Some stars are actually made when guys are heels first.
Yeah. Look at MJF.
MJF is at the point now where it's like he tries to be bad guy and the fans are still cheering for him. Mm-hmm. So it's like he's getting to that point, like,
but that's still a good heel.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you listen to the promo this week, obviously, clearly, William Regal's the babyface. By the time MJF finished his promo, the fans were booing Regal, but then Regal, being so great on the mic, did what he did to the point where he brought the fans back, and they started booing MJF again. So it's not too many people who can have a crowd in their hands like that and control it.
But this is what I've been saying about Roman. And this is why I'm like baffled how nobody else is catching.
But Roman's been able to do that recently.
Because
Roman back then he got booed.
Stadium. When Roman walked into a stadium, everybody gets it.
No. I know where you're going with that.
And that energy is not. He's not being booed.
No, I know where you're going with that. I know where you're going with that. But you're talking about the Roman once he came back.
Once he came back, yeah. Once he beat, you're not talking
about the Roman that left after WrestleMania.
You're not talking about the Roman that beat the Undertaker.
No. That Roman had X-Pac go away heat. That was like, we don't want to see you no more. This Roman is different. Like I get what you're saying because this Roman right now is like
on another level.
And the fact that he doesn't come out every week, and now that when he does come out, it gives you a little bit more special about it. I'm not a big fan of him. I'm not a big fan of him being on TV every week only because he's carrying both belts. But when he do come out, it's a big deal.
He needs to be on Raw more often.
He needs to be on TV more often.
This is the same thing with Brock. Brock wasn't popping for a minute.
But bro, I don't care about Brock no more.
But now he blows. He comes through that gate. It's just pure energy.
Yeah, but I don't care about Brock no more. The best thing I like about Brock is the ponytail and the beard. That's it. I don't care about Brock.
Bro,
you know why? Because we know Brock's not a full-time wrestler. So when he comes back, you know he's coming back for something. And then it's like, okay.
Is he gonna take a title again? That's what you're thinking.
It's like how I feel about Goldberg. Goldberg don't come back unless it's title matches. But you know he's not winning. That's another thing Vince fumbled too. When Kevin Owens was champ and he made him lose the belt to Goldberg.
Yeah. Big time fumble on that.
The Universal title.
Yeah, you could have had Owens and Jericho for the title at WrestleMania. Instead, you put it on Roman. I mean, you put it on Brock for him to lose you put it on Goldberg for him to lose the Brock at WrestleMania. And that's another thing I don't like about Brock either. Brock don't wrestle no more than about 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So supposedly that's about to change under the new administration.
Good work,
oh wow. Frank said he acknowledged him. I don't know about that.
I'm with Frank. I'm with you.
Because you do know, like when they asked The Rock, a couple of weeks ago in some interview, he was like, "I think Roman's the head of the table." He was like, all I'm gonna say is the head of the table is the person you're looking at. We're just gonna leave it just like that.
Yeah. Stay with your corny DC character, bro. I think that's the best way to go.
Wow. You know there would be no Roman without Rock, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I think if if The Rock flopped, these Samoans would not be as popular in wrestling as they are right now.
I disagree. I disagree with that. Usos definitely was making a move either way. And you still had
until they turned heel. When they turned heel,
bro. Okay. No. Let's be clear. If you put the Usos right now, and you put The Rock, and you put Yokozuna, and you put Rikishi in the same category right now, who's the biggest star?
The Rock.
Exactly.
We know that. But
so what I'm saying is,
Umaga was coming. Umaga was definitely coming up.
The only one that can look at The Rock's level is Roman.
Nah, I feel Solo too.
Not yet.
Solo's making his. Not yet.
Jey Uso needs to take the Universal title.
It's funny, right?
I want him to get the Intercontinental title.
It's funny, right? Because remember, I've been telling y'all, right? I'm like, this storyline needs to end with Jey winning the belt, right? I've been seeing a lot of that on the internet lately, where people are like, Jey needs to be the one to take the belt off of Roman. Like, I've said this. I've always said this.
I've seen that too.
Yeah, it needs to be that's full circle storyline at its finest.
Did you see when he was doing the promo with Logan Paul when Roman got in?
That wasn't by accident.
Yeah,
that was on purpose.
Knowing Triple H, that wasn't by accident.
That could have slowly just been something they threw in there just for like not for nobody to really pay attention to it, but pay attention to it.
Yeah,
like because there was no need for him to really say like who's the tribal chief, you or Jey, when there's like all the rest of the Usos and the rest of the bloodline in there.
And recently that's what they've been talking about, like most of the promos.
Yeah. Only thing I don't like is that they got Jey looking like he a little punk bitch right now. Every time Roman says something, he kind of look down like you don't want to look at him. But it's gonna come a point in time where he's gonna look at Roman and he's not gonna be scared no more. I don't know when they're gonna do it.
After WrestleMania, bro.
That's what I was just thinking. I was just thinking that.
I prefer if Jey would just,
the night after WrestleMania.
Because Sammy's been costing them matches now.
You know what I would do?
But it's been looking like it's a Jey issue, and it's not.
It's not. That's right.
Yeah. You know what I would do? After I would have the Usos lose the tag titles to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at Mania, and then I would have the Bloodline breakup the night after Mania, either Raw or SmackDown, and that's when you start off the
feud. Come on. Oh, great,
why break them up?
First of all, you already know, right, that once Roman loses the belts, they're not going to look at him as the head of the table no more, right?
Yeah, but who's he going to lose it to? To Jey.
I hope
I would start that program. He's gonna lose one of them to Cody.
I hope
or to
not.
Seth. To Cody or Seth. Those are the only two people that I see him dropping it to. One of the only two. The other one it would be Jay.
And Seth is Triple H's boy, so I mean I can see it to Seth, but I don't know about. Maybe they want Cody because of the whole Dusty Rhodes thing and how he came out in the beginning. That's what they wanted, but he got hurt.
Yeah, but Vince was gonna fumble that too because Vince had no plans on putting the belt on Cody. Mm-hmm. so we all looking at it like, yo, he signed Cody, he's gonna bring him back and win the belt. And Vince wanted to sign him to get him away from AEW. Then it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna put the belt on him. I don't care. Yeah. Vince is sneaky like that. He's funny like that. Yeah.
We listen. We all know how Vince is.
Man.
I've said it all.
Not disclosures, man.
Yep, you stupid. But we had the 33-minute mark, so we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna pay some bills. If you're looking to start a podcast on the Evening Network and you don't know how to, this is how you do it.
Looking to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
Yo, once again, we are back with another episode. So we're talking about in-ring work versus storytelling. So because you don't really watch AEW a lot, so you can't really comment too much on what's there, like on how you feel about their in-ring work. But from
what I've seen, like I said, the in-ring work was definitely okay. But once again, it goes back to so many botches during matches. It's like, all right, somebody's gonna definitely get hurt bad. But and overall, I do give their ring work some definitely, high points. I'm not gonna take nothing away from any of the wrestlers that are there. You know what I mean?
When it comes to storytelling in AEW, I think right now the person who does it best is probably Jericho. Because Jericho, and that's probably because he came from WWE, so he knows what to do. Because this whole Ring of Honor Jericho storyline thing is like, I get what he's doing. He's stretching it out to the last pay-per-view of the year. When they do their final battle, he's probably going to lose the belt there. But
you think he's going to lose it to Garcia?
I think so. Because I think it's going to get to a point where all the cheating is going to get under Garcia's skin.
Yeah, but Garcia helped him cheat.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like something's going to happen where it's going to look like he's overshadowing Garcia. And Garcia's not going to like it or something. Because technically Garcia, if you think about it, Garcia is like the number one contender, really, since he got the pure title. So
yeah,
I just see how that's going. I think it's going to be another match. It's probably going to be another match with Garcia and Danielson, where I think Jericho's probably going to try to help Danielson win, and then Garcia's going to end up losing instead. But I could also see a flip flop. I could see Yuta joining Jericho's society, and then Garcia going to the Blackpool Combat Club. I could see it coming.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I see Yuta joining the firm.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Going with MJF?
Yeah, because they were about to shake hands, and then MJF got angry and threatened Stokely Hathaway to fire him backstage.
But that's all a setup. If you really think MJF is really being a nice guy, then MJF going to use that same group to help him win that title at the pay-per-view. Watch.
Yeah, bro. But the thing is that he said it himself. They're going to be there when he needs them. So of course he's going to help them out.
Of course.
He's an anti-hero though.
But that's a setup.
That's what I'm trying. But what I'm saying is that he's going to recruit Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta is going to be the one to help him. That's what I would do. That's what I'm telling you. That's how I would book it. I would just have Wheeler Yuta. I wouldn't even have the firm come out. I would just have one time Jon Moxley is like hanging out the ring. Wheeler Yuta just comes, hits him in the head with the belt. MJF comes, does his finisher, salt to the earth, knocks Jon Moxley out, is the new AEW champion.
And then what do you see? And then what would you see after that? Like, who do you see as MJF's challenger after that?
His challenger, I'm gonna be honest, I do see. Damn, I can't even say Warlord because he's still the TNT
I was just thinking
champion.
that too, but I don't see. If it is, I would say that probably would stretch out probably to like next year, Double or Nothing.
Honestly, I could just see somebody that he like took out probably. Like they'll probably do
like a
Darby Allin.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that. Yep, Darby
Allin.
So
yeah, one
I
of
got
the
a
baby
question.
faces, bro.
What's up?
I got a
Tony
question.
Khan, maybe Cole Cabana if he wants to be a troll.
Nah,
I would be a fucking troll. I'll just put Cole Cabana in the program.
Does the ladies in AEW have any type of run or anything?
Yo, bro,
it's bad. I ain't gonna front. It's bad. Like
women's
Tony
division.
Khan, you know what's so bad about it? Yeah, like you said, it's stacked, but they have like one women's match a week, and it comes on the same time slot like every week.
Yeah, and it's like not even that long. Their promos get cut. It's like 30-second promos. Like the women get no love in AEW.
I mean, there's this one chick I actually like, and I know she's signed to AEW now.
Thunder Rosa?
No.
The Mexican one?
What's about Jade?
No, not Jade.
Tony Storm or Paige?
Cheat Storm.
I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna let you know. Give me 2 seconds. But yeah, she's definitely somebody I've been watching from her time at Ring of Honor.
Who because the only one Mercedes Martinez? Or you talking about
Marilyn Monroe? No.
I just named like the whole women's roster though. I just want you to know that's how many.
Oh, that's sad then.
Mercedes, I felt bad for Mercedes Martinez when Xia Li knocked her out.
Yeah, I know, right? And that was pretty much the end of her WWE career too.
Yeah, lost by knockout.
Oh, but I'll tell you another storyline. Vince McMahon fumble the whole Lex Luger storyline in '93.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't even born then.
Luger should have won that. They had Lex Luger win the match by disqualification and have balloons and stuff came down like he won the championship.
Yeah.
He body slammed him on the Intrepid on the 4th of July.
That was actually an amazing. It would have been amazing if it would have went off properly, but Vince definitely fumbled that.
Vince fumbled the ball on that. I don't know what he was thinking on the Undertaker versus Undertaker match either. That match was horrible.
Yeah.
But the one thing he did get right was the Kane Undertaker storyline.
Yeah. But have you ever gone on YouTube and watched like a random Monday Night Raw? It's like shit was just happening, like random shit.
Like the Attitude Era is what AEW is now. Honestly, in terms of like in-ring product, because it was just matches that was just thrown together. And then the WWE Championship switched hands like every other week. Yep.
But is that you had stars, like stars?
Like there are guys who became superstars that Vince didn't believe in. I don't think he initially believed in The Rock. Like I think he initially believed in him when he brought him in. But then
her name is Kira Hogan.
Oh,
Kira Hogan?
Yeah, she's with the baddies.
Yeah, Cheeks Hogan.
Yeah. She's actually a pretty good wrestler. She was with Impact. She was tag team champs with Tasha
Impact.
Steelz.
You're right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Can I be honest? I wish that Thunder Rosa, once her contract is up, she doesn't stay with AEW. I hope she goes to WWE.
Maybe they'll use her now. Because remember, she had a WWE tryout, and they told her that she was good enough to be a referee.
Yeah, but the thing is was that when Vince McMahon was still there?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like Triple H will bring you in. I think right now Triple H will bring you in. He'll give you a push for a couple months, and then who's to say what's going to happen after that?
Yeah, but the thing is that Triple H usually, like, based on because I base everything on Triple H on how he presented NXT, because I watched it from the beginning. I even watched NXT when it was still a game show.
Yeah, but you can't compare that because if you really think about it, Triple H was playing with developmental talent at the time. He got all his developmental talent is the same ones that's on the main roster now. So all those guys that were like Vince McMahon favorites don't really get used no more. Look at like Austin Theory don't really win like that no more.
Yeah, but the thing is that's the storyline that's going on.
But isn't that what we wanted?
Right now.
Isn't that what we wanted? Like, I mean, I don't know. 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 I don't we wanted the new blood to get better, the show.
Yeah, and Austin Theory is the Money in the Bank champion. It's like he's gonna lose until he becomes champion.
Yeah,
there's no reason why he should be winning matches.
Which I still think is the stupidest thing. So you're gonna lose 20 matches in a row, and then the 21st match you cash your title and you win the belt. Now I'm supposed to believe that you're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, but usually they're heels,
right?
So
it makes no sense, right?
We all know he's gonna lose the Money in the Bank to either Gargano or.
I think he's gonna cash it in and not win it. I just think he's gonna cash it in. Bro, I just think he's gonna cash it in and just not win it.
I hope he loses it to Gargano and they turn Gargano heel again.
You really on this whole Gargano heel thing?
I love heel Gargano, bro.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's too many. They need like faces. Like who's gonna battle Judgment Day next? It's gonna be Gargano and Kevin Owens. Watch.
What about Dexter Lumis? What do you think they're gonna? Is he a baby face or is he a heel? Like what the fuck?
He's weird because he's a baby face, but
he's confused.
He's the only one that you get cheered because he kidnapped somebody. In the real world, that doesn't make no sense. In the real world,
bro, but they're gonna reveal what the Miz did to him finally after like what 3-4 months.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, because Johnny Gargano said if he doesn't say what happened, that he's gonna blow the whistle. Because Johnny Gargano knows.
I understand. Like that whole storyline is just weird.
So I want to know what Dexter Lumis did to the Miz in the developmental.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a story. That's a storyline, storytelling standpoint that I don't care much for.
Yeah,
because it was literally like 7 weeks of him just beating up the Miz for no reason before anybody had an explanation why.
And now Johnny Gargano knows, but the thing is that that does make no sense. Yeah, there's no way. I'm trying to spin it. There's no way.
Like there's a lot of things that Triple H is doing right now that is kind of like. Then it's not
like
working.
why is Bayley losing so much?
That's gonna say damage control right now is not hot at all. Like they're cold now. Like once you did that whole thing where Bayley didn't win the title, it was just like, oh, okay, so she's not the champ. Like she did all this, she had all this help and still lost the match.
I think they're gonna turn Bianca heel.
Yeah, I agree. What happened?
I think they're gonna turn Bianca a heel. Because they're gonna turn.
You just want all the baby faces to turn heel, don't you?
Listen to this. They're gonna do a double turn. Because Bianca, like, she basically been embarrassed twice now by losing. They're gonna play that shit up, and then at some point Bianca is gonna do some heel shit, and Bayley's gonna get cheered.
Yeah, but you know the crazy part is,
I can't see Bianca as a heel.
I can't because I seen it in NXT.
Yeah.
She'd have to do some crazy. She have to do something crazy to turn heel though, like because right now anything she's doing, she's getting cheered for. It's not the fans didn't get tired of her yet.
Yeah,
which I'm pretty impressed because normally the fans have turned on champions by now.
Yeah, it's been a year actually.
Yeah, she's more than a year since WrestleMania last year.
Yeah,
so I'm surprised that fans ain't turned on her yet. I respect the crowd.
Is she about to be Becky Lynch longest reign? Do you see that happening?
No, not yet.
No, I don't think so. She because Becky was champ through a pregnancy, so I don't see it. Like she literally was a champ, gave the belt away because she got pregnant, came back and then got the belt right back. So she was still a champ.
Yeah.
So. They just pretty much took the belt off her because they just needed to because she couldn't give birth with the championship around her waist.
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
Like, there's a couple things that Triple H is doing right now that's not working. Ronda Rousey's not working. Nobody really cares about Ronda Rousey.
But Ronda Rousey was only working on her first run. On her first run. That's it.
I want to say half of her first run. Like, once she got the title, it was like, okay.
You knew she was going to get it. Yeah.
Hey, man, I can't wait till Shayna Baszler beats her for that title so that then we could have real wrestling matches.
You're not getting that. Her and Ronda are going to become women's tag team champs and they're never going to lose the belts.
Yeah.
Bro, don't say that. Don't put that in the air, bro.
No, I want that in the air. I want them to be the most destructive tag team in wrestling. I want that. And then they're going to lose the belts next year at WrestleMania to Rhea Ripley and Raquel. Watch. Because realistically speaking, that's the only two people that could beat them.
And And you know Charlotte's coming back, so
but Becky, they can still pair up Naomi and Bianca. Not me.
You really think Naomi and Sasha could beat Shayna and Ronda?
Yeah.
Sasha
Bailey,
is not
Bailey,
coming back.
Bailey and Sasha.
He wants Sasha to come back. He wants all the faces to turn heel.
Yeah, Sasha's not coming back. She's actually going to movies, and
So she's not wrestling no more.
Nah, she's done.
I'm gonna tell you something. Tony Khan fumbled on, and that was Malachi Black.
Whew. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Because if you really think about it, like the in-ring work of Malachi is awesome in AEW, awesome. House of Black, awesome. But storytelling wise, it just never went anywhere. I can understand wrestlers getting frustrated, but when you sign a contract, this is what you signed up for. Like, how many wrestlers? I think what pisses me off about the wrestlers of today is that the wrestlers are pissed off because they didn't want to be with Vince. They went to AEW and it's like, oh, the grass is greener over here. Like, even if they weren't happy, they would still be like, it's better than being in WWE. And then the minute Triple H took over, it was all of a sudden it's like, oh, Tony's not using me. I want to go back. Can I get my release? Like, and that's
the thing, because Aleister Black wasn't getting the love he was supposed to get when he was here.
Oh, Rizzo, man, fumbled him totally.
Yeah,
totally.
And you could tell he was definitely a beast.
Vince had that man sit in a room for like 6 months. And so he wants to fight me for 6 months. Like he was like, yo, we got nothing else to do. We're gonna let you do this promo and just sit here every week and just do this one promo. Like, he said a bunch of stuff we didn't understand, and he's like, and you know what's crazy? Now that actually brings it, because we're getting towards the end of the show. This is my argument with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's storytelling is awesome. It is great. The everything he does, the entrances, the whole thing. But what happens when that bell rings? Are we gonna look at him the same way?
What do you mean?
Meaning, is his in-ring work gonna match his storytelling?
Bro, do you see his in-ring work when he was going against Seth Rollins, John Cena? He
sucks. I mean, let's be clear, bro. Bray Wyatt sucks in the ring. I'm not even gonna be. Yes, he does. Bray Wyatt sucks. I'm not even gonna sit here and deny the man's entrance. His man's presentation is phenomenal. But when that bell rings, he's not captivating to me. That match with Randy Orton at WrestleMania was trash. All the matches with John Cena was trash. Like, you can't say.
I can't. You see, I'm being quiet, bro.
The match with Undertaker at WrestleMania was trash. Like,
he should have been. I still believe to this day he should have been the one to defeat the Undertaker.
No, I'm glad he did. He's trash in the ring. Like, what part of you? Like, once again, once you get past the entrance, what is there left? He cannot wrestle.
Bro, he's a technical wrestler.
What?
Bro, MJF and Bray Wyatt have the same wrestling style, bro.
What?
Yo, bro, you gotta go back and watch some matches.
I'm gonna screen. Wait, was it 50 minutes? I'm gonna screen record that, and I'm putting that out there on social media tomorrow. And you gonna get I'm telling you now, you're gonna get roasted for that. This
watch people agree with me.
Bro, I'm gonna keep this quiet. I'm gonna be quiet on this.
MJF and Bray Wyatt have the same wrestling style. Did you not see MJF versus Darby Allin last year?
Bro, that shit was slow as fuck.
What?
Bro, I don't be on MJF matches like that.
First of all, MJF don't even wrestle like that.
You just say you was an MJF fan though. MJF,
yeah, but I'm talking about his promo ability. His in-ring work. He works slow. He works methodically.
He's a heel. But when it's time to turn it up, it turns. Bro, MJF and Wheeler Yuta match was a banger like 3 weeks ago. What are you talking about? You gonna say him and this guy just Bro, this guy just said MJF and Bray Wyatt got the same ring style.
Bro, and at the same time, you have to remember Bray Wyatt is not gonna be working the same ring style that he was when Vince was there, because he's gonna be working.
What's he gonna do? Backflips? Somersaults?
No, he's gonna be working his NXT style.
Bray Wyatt's NXT style was trash. Bray Wyatt is present. Bray Wyatt is Undertaker without the in-ring ability. Let's be clear. Bray Wyatt is not putting on a Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25, 26, 27 match with Undertaker.
But nobody said he was.
But you can't sit here as MJF.
MJF's not doing that either.
MJF and Shawn Michaels can have a banger. You cannot sit here.
And I just gotta say for the record, Michaels did a lot of flip flopping around and
absolutely
around.
Yeah, but
so
yeah, absolutely.
that wasn't like it was a good match, but it wasn't like.
First of all, John, let's be clear. Bray Wyatt is not doing suicide dives over the top rope.
Oh no, definitely not.
Bray Wyatt's best in-ring move is that shit when he lays on the mat and flips himself upside down and walks.
Oh, you gotta go back and watch Bray Wyatt.
His sister Abigail is not even the best one. Jay White's is better than that.
I haven't seen Jay White's.
His Blade Run is better than Sister Abigail. And then he took Mick Foley's mandible claw. That wasn't even his move.
Bro, do you think that he had an option of using that move?
Nah, yeah, of course. But I'm pretty sure he probably got it from. It gave the Fiend a different dimension. But once again, that's the Fiend. Like you talk about. Okay, so we talking about Bray Wyatt wrestling as Bray Wyatt, the character. Bray Wyatt wrestling as the Fiend character. The Fiend character was doomed anyway because he was not supposed to feel pain. That match with Seth Rollins destroyed his whole career because it made no sense how he lost when the referee stopped the fight. MJF is a promo. MJF's promo. How can I compare MJF right now? MJF is The Miz on promo.
The Miz is not a good promo, bro.
What?
All right.
Listen.
Bro.
When the Miz
Michael from the real world is very good on promo.
When the Miz is not rambling on Miz TV every week, it is not repetitive, then yes. But the Miz is a great promo. MJF is CM Punk on the mic with, I'm going to be honest with you, and this might be a stretch. But he's damn. Okay. Wrestling wise, he's AJ Styles to me. And and I hold AJ Styles on a high regard.
AJ Styles is a beast, bro.
Okay, wait. KD's right here. KD, you are in the comments. Please tell me, is MJF's wrestling style the same wrestling style as Bray Wyatt? Because that right there was crazy.
Yeah, but don't say AJ Styles, bro. AJ Styles is a beast.
Bro,
AJ Styles is a beast, bro.
Bro, you have to look at MJF wrestle. This is my saying. MJF
I'm going to after this show. I'm going to go watch some of his matches.
If you can pull up the match last year when he fought Darby Allin at the pay-per-view, watch that.
All right.
And you say AJ's a stretch.
Okay,
okay. So KD, who would you compare MJF's wrestling style to? Because you see it, you watch wrestling, but to say that he's Bray Wyatt in the ring, that's an insult to MJF.
Because I really
Yeah,
I would give which pull it.
Okay, so who's better in ring, MJF or Bray? We said Bray has to improve, and this is bad. How you gonna sit here and say Bray has to improve? And Bray's been in WWE for about like 10 years now. What more does he have to improve in the ring? He shouldn't have to be improving.
You got to understand, he has no real style. That's what that's about.
Yeah, he doesn't have a style.
And that's the problem.
He's unorthodox.
So, bro, if you've been in wrestling for 10 years and you have no style, you can say you're unorthodox because everybody said RVD was unorthodox, but he had a style. You knew his moves. That man did Rolling Thunder. He did the Van Daminator, the Van Terminator, the 5-star Frog Splash. He had moves. But to say that, what does Bray have? Realistically speaking, he has
the way he lays on the floor and climbs.
Nah, his move, he has a phenomenal Uranagi, but Solo does it better. So it's like, okay, what else is he
but we have to see his moveset now. Like,
yeah, but the man
what's really good? But what he's saying, what's really going to change?
Yes, exactly.
And I want to see actually if Bo Dallas steps his game up. That's a whole nother thing. Because
Bo Dallas wasn't that impressive to me too.
He never, he said it's hard to compare.
Exactly. So if you can't compare him to someone and he has a unique style, but to say that he has the same style as Bray Wyatt in the ring, nah. MJF did moves in that match last year against Darby Allin, and I was just like, oh shit, I didn't know MJF had that in him. But when you realize MJF tells you he's a character that's not wrestling bit driven, he can wrestle, but he doesn't need to do all the flippy stuff. But when he does it, you're like, oh shit, he could do it. Like, so
yeah.
Bray Wyatt is not one of those guys that I could see him have a match and then he pull a moonsault out, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know Bray Wyatt had that. Bray Wyatt's matches, even Bray Wyatt's.
So you saying that if he pulls a moonsault out, you'll be like, oh, I knew he could do that?
No, I'd be like, oh shit, I didn't know he could do that. Bray Wyatt's style from The Fiend was no different than his wrestling style as Bray Wyatt character. It was really the same thing. The only difference is the Fiend character didn't feel pain. That's pretty much the only real difference.
He was supposed to be more of an Undertaker character.
Yeah, exactly.
Undertaker versus came in.
And then even then, after a while, all that cartoony shit get a little too much. Like you can't present a realistic feel to your show, and then he's coming out blinking his eyes and lightning bolts come out. Yeah. Come on, like Bray Wyatt's entrance is a door that creaks open, and he comes out with a lantern and a mask on. Like that's all presentation. So the presentation, like I said, is great. House of Black's presentation was great. But when House of Black had their presentation and when Bray Wyatt has his presentation, when the bell rings, House of Black delivered matches. I'm not saying they had no storyline direction to them, but they delivered matches. Bray Wyatt, I'm just like, okay.
So then in Bray Wyatt's case, storytelling is more important than
exactly.
Wrestling.
Now my thing is how long can you keep the attention of the fans with your storytelling? Because even the original Bray Wyatt character got stale after a while. Because after a while, all he did was come out and talk and ramble the same stuff, and then he got into the matches with the stars and lost. So
but is he gonna keep losing?
No, I don't think he'll wrestle a lot, which will keep it special. But
that John Cena match, I was definitely confused. I didn't know if he won or lost.
Oh, that Firehouse match.
Yeah,
he won.
That match made no sense. Period. It really didn't.
Yeah,
like Bray Wyatt, the Fiend's character pretty much was two things. It was I'm coming back to avenge every wrestler that beat me up when I was Bray Wyatt, and two, after the match, if you were a face, you were going to be a heel. If you were a heel, you were going to be a face. Because all he did was change characters from one side of the coin to the other after they fought him.
So is that like his job now?
No, his job now is he's battling within himself.
Yeah, he's battling a demon.
Yeah. So it's like, I want to be a face. I want to be a good guy. I appreciate you fans, but then the evil side of him is like, you can't forget who you really are.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing MJF is doing right now, but he can wrestle behind it.
And then the Wyatt Six,
that is going to happen mid-match?
Is going to be, the ones that are trying to keep him, the good him in.
Yeah, I don't even think the Wyatt Six are even wrestlers anymore. I just think it's all his personalities in one.
No, they're going to be actually wrestlers.
Supposedly they're hiring people like indie.
But they're going to bring him in.
Guys.
But these are going to be like guys that remind him of his past, kind of thing.
That's the thing. Nobody knows.
They should make Bray Wyatt, not Bray Wyatt, Barrett.
But it's supposed to be a stable. It's supposed to actually be a stable. The Wyatt Six is supposed to be a stable, and they're just pulling the characters together right now.
I'm sorry, KD, but I don't really think Bray is versatile in the ring. Bray is one dimensional, and that's just his promos. And there's nothing wrong with it because the dude is awesome on the promos, but so is Adam Cole. But Adam Cole can wrestle. You see what I'm saying? Like there's a million wrestlers who are great on the mic, just as good as Bray Wyatt, but can wrestle. Undertaker was good on the mic and can wrestle. Shawn Michaels was good on the mic and can wrestle. Triple H is good on the mic, but can wrestle. Bray Hart was great. Bray Hart was decent at best on the mic. I wouldn't say he was great.
You believe that?
Yeah, 97 when he did that whole America versus Canada thing. Yeah, that's when he got good. But he was just decent at best. But guys like Bray Wyatt is like he can draw you in with his words. But then what happens when the bell rings and then you're sitting there in the match and it's not even exciting to you? Then it's like, because we can revisit this after Bray has his first match, and we can be like, see, now what happened?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
like guys like Kevin Owens is great on the mic. He could wrestle in the ring, and you watch his matches, and you be like, yeah, this dude's vicious. But Kevin is now following after pretty much the Stone Cold era. Yeah, you see it now, right? It is exactly what it is. Bray Wyatt is a tank with a Lamborghini, with a Lamborghini engine, like Husky Harris. yeah, his Lamborghini engine is his words, and he's like an 05 Saturn in wrestling ring ability.
KD, we need you up here one week, man. Stop playing.
I'll be trying, man. He be trying his best to stay away. I don't know why.
Yeah, we gonna get you. If we gotta come to the spot, we gonna get you, bro.
But we over the hour mark, so we about to close it down. So thanks again for joining us, Danny. Appreciate you. Don,
no
appreciate
problem.
you.
No runoff, no cutoff time.
Nah, we're gonna cut it off. We're not gonna stop it. We're not gonna finish it with like no let me in, and then the thing's just gonna fade to black.
Damn.
But everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight, yo. Everybody have a good night, y'all.
All right.
Peace.